morning, farmers. I'm over here at our new, do we want to call it a silo? Where our beet and potato storage is. Over here by the beehives, I'm trying to put our flowers back. But yeah, not around the beehives you're not going to be able to. That is not going to happen. You got to back up quite a ways to be able to put some flowers down. Of course, I want to put some flowers down because flowers near the beehives will produce more honey. And it looks like I have to go back this far at least to be able to plant. But that's okay, I suppose. I'm not in dire need of honey here. If I could sell some to my Lumberjack Dynasty friend, he'd be happy for it. Can I... No, it says nowhere in the front can I do it, but that's fine. So I do have 3 workers going currently, harvesting our spring canola. The price is the same as it was, $836 per, so they're all up in new fields. I got 3 workers going up there. I got room for 1 more worker, but that 1 worker is going to do some fertilizing for us because, well, yeah, we're going to be doing some of the DLC stuff today. I'm not going to buy all the equipment. I'm not going to do all that today. We're just going to buy as we need it. And pretty much the beet seeder is what we're going to get involved in today. The potatoes I may hold off on for a while because, well, reasons. What do I want to put over here? For some reason I got a lot of these around here, so let's go ahead and just put these down. That'd be good. Yeah, so if you want to see all the equipment and you didn't see the video I put out on the DLC content, you should be able to find it. It just got posted recently, a couple days ago after seeing this video. So I showcase all the new equipment on both DLCs and what comes with it and how much I paid for it and all that stuff. Is this all very wet so we're good? So these flowers will grow up in a couple days. They're fine. So yeah, last episode we did reach the $7 million mark. We should stay above that for now. But the other thing I want to go over, because I did not touch on this on the DLC video I put out a couple days ago, there were fixes to the game itself, and basically it has to do with the workers. So as we stare off here, because I gotta do some reading over here. And it says in general, AI seeders planters should now work faster, which is nice. 2 worker AIs should not stop them passing each other. So I ran it that one time where I had 2 workers seeding a field, and when they got close to one another, they would stop. They were both going opposite directions. They stopped. They would not. I had to fire one in order to get that to go on. So that should not happen anymore. Properly lowered AI workers will lower the seeders and planters. AI workers should work faster and more smoothly, which they kind of said. The custom CX tractor is now a bit stronger and a bit faster. So I'll have to give that a try. Properly updated plow color. So my magical plow, as I always called it, it should stay the same color after loading a game. Let's see. There's a couple of things in here. I just want to go over the bigger things. Brief formatted the combine harvester vehicle info so that the fuel and fill level do not overlap so easily. Fixed frame rate drops near the large trimmer in the shed. I know some people may have had a problem with that. Fix the roof work and description. All right, the game now should much better detect and run more powerful video adapters on multi-adapter systems like laptops. So if you're on a laptop, it should run better. Render improvements on rendering and stuff like that. What are the other big things here? Fix old bug when players sometimes standing up in the air during a dialogue with the NPC. Needs more testing because it was rare. They have there. Fix proper check if there was a scarecrow on the field being harvested. Wife properly picks up eggs. Different eggs, meaning hen, ducks, geese, and eggs. So my guess was she was picking up eggs before, but it wasn't clear. They were just clarified all as chicken eggs and not duck and geese eggs. Fix missing part of the roof in one of the purchasable greenhouses. Improve new logos on machines. More grain is lost when harvesting at greater speeds. And the achievement aspiring farmer is granted when starting any field work on any player's field. So, I mean, there's a couple things there to go over. It's mostly like improvements, rendering improvements, things like that. So, I think that might have been on PC only as well. So, yeah, all these updates are as PC only. Meanwhile, the daylight is burning in a way. So we do have 3 workers going. Like I said, I want to hire some workers because I want to get right to work. That's the wrong button because I'm in the wrong game. Let's scroll on down here. So this field right here has been plowed, has been cultivated, has not been fertilized. Order for X aerial spray for $12.76. Yes, please. Let's get that fully fertilized. We're going to come over here and grab our beautiful little FV tractor that we have, and we're going to head on down to the store. I think. There we go. Second gear would be good. Head on down to the store. Look how my tires look so nice and glossy for some reason. Like I sprayed them and polished them or something. On down to the store because, yeah, we need to buy the planter for the beets. As I'm cruising on down the road in my FV tractor, I am keeping an eye on the grass and stuff in the distance, how it renders in. And yeah, it does. I didn't notice it when I was doing the DLC video. But yeah, everything seems to render in more smoothly. So good work on that. So I'm going to be curious because in the video, and I still got my sheet right here. On my sheet, I paid $58,000 for the beet seeder. So I wonder what it's going to be like today as I purchase it. Because prices do fluctuate even on the machines. So you saw in the video I had all the machines back at the farm. And now you can see it on down here, all the machines here. That tractor I probably won't buy. Of course, that we'll have to buy. That's the beet harvester. This trailer, does it show me... Yeah, capacity 28,000. So I was correct on that. But it seemed like when I was doing the test, I thought it looked like it was going to hold more than that. So I don't know if that's a typo on that or not. Maybe we'll find out. Definitely be buying that because that is a seed drill for all the crops that we plant already. But let's come over here. Yeah, this articulated trailer probably will not even look at that. But buy beet seeder. Yep, still $58,000. So, yep, we'll go ahead and purchase that. Let's back on up to it. Yeah, so no need to buy the harvester yet. Because we are 2 months away. And in the testing, it did show 2 months for the crops to be ready for harvest. Let me jump on out of that for a second. Just curiosity. 104. Is that what I paid for it? Yes, that's what I paid for it in the DLC. So you can see there, engine is 180, fuel is 1200. All right, that's pretty good. But what we need to do now is on the way back, need to stop at the agricultural market because, well, I don't have no seed for the beets. All right, let's take a run into the agricultural market. And come right on down here. I don't know how many I'm going to go through. This does hold like 1,200. And so we're just going to do... You know what? Just let me buy 5,000. And it's only going to cost me $2,600. While I'm here, do I want to buy potatoes? I mean, may as well. I mean, we're only going to spend just over $5,000. Go ahead and do that. We're all set to go. I don't know how many fields of beets and potatoes we're going to have. Because if you saw the testing that I did in the DLC, wow, the harvest rate is a lot. You're going to harvest a lot, as you normally do in root crop harvest. But the pricing seemed pretty darn good at the store. As for the storage that we have back at the farm, I know it says 120,000 per. Yeah, that's that one field that we do all the testing on. Yeah, that one field alone can fill a 120,000 liter silo, no problem whatsoever. No problem whatsoever. Let's get back to the farm, fill this up with some seed, beet seed. And we're going to go over to that field that guy in the plane sprayed. Speaking of, I probably should go in here. Let me double check. What field did we spray? Yeah, this one right here. So, yeah, after these guys get done harvesting these fields here, new fields will be done. We are done in Peaksville. And I just clicked on something I didn't want to click on. That always happens. Let's see, we harvested that. That's been harvested. That's been harvested. This has not been harvested. So let's go ahead and harvest and sell for $9.24. All right, we just hired a worker. Can I jump back into the tractor I was in, which is right here? All right, let's go into our little shop and fill this up with seed. And I'm taking the long way. Nah, it's not the long way around. I'm going to leave the color of the seed drill the way it is. You know what? No, I don't like that olive green color that we have going. Do not like it, so I'm going to paint it first before I fill it up with seed. Okay, so what am I on here? Alright, so I am on the beet seeder. Let's go ahead and I have no idea what color we're going to go with here. Sure. There we go. That'll get your attention. Nah. I know I like weird colors and do it once in a while, but that's just a little bit too much. Let's see if we can pick a green that's... Okay, that's a little bit better than it was. Still grabs your attention, though. Alright, let's back on in here. And like I said, this will hold a lot of seed. So it's probably going to use a little bit more than we're used to. So as you can see, we can only fill up with beets 1,200 kilograms of seed. Neighbors like my garden. Well, do they? Do they? That's good of them. So even though we're not harvesting right now, yeah, we got plenty of workers that are. Yeah, so it looks like my plow over there is the color that it should be. I don't have to go attached to it. It's already set the way it should be. You don't have to hook up to it for the change color that you had. Alright, now that I'm getting down towards the field, let's go start unfolding this thing. But really what I probably should be doing, because since this yields so much, it probably would be a smart idea to go ahead and plant up by the market area. Just because when you go to harvest it, you don't have that far to travel to sell at the market. Because like I said, you're going to fill up with beets really, really quick. Same with potatoes. And only having a storage of 120 is not that much. Not much at all. So I'm just trying to get a feel of how well this covers an area. So far it's looking good. Now if you saw, yeah, when we plant potatoes, the potatoes are going to leave furrows behind. So that's going to make it real bumpy when it comes time for harvest. And as for the harvester, I'm surprised they don't have a second harvester for the potatoes, or have a different header for like the beet harvester. Just have separate headers, one for potatoes, one for beets. Instead, the potato harvester is a toe behind. But as for the tractor you saw down there, that is, I think it was 105 horsepower in that tractor. And right now, all the tractors that I purchased, I just basically bought enough so I can teleport to them. So I got, I don't want to say old tractors, but tractors I usually don't use. I put those at greenhouses so I can teleport to all my greenhouses and make sure they're up and going at a real, when they need to be taken care of. So already I am liking this planter because, well, the working width. Same thing is going to be said for the other planter. I don't want to say the base planter for the base game seeds and plants, because that is, as we show in the DLC, it's like maybe 40% wider than the one that we currently have. But no, it does not cultivate as it plants. So you still have to cultivate the field beforehand. Feels good that the canola harvest is continuing. So yeah, our kind of goal was at the end of spring cleaning, which is harvesting all the canola, was to maybe get up to $8 million, which was going to be probably kind of a stretch anyways. But that's going to be hard to do now because we're going to be buying things. Now, as for the crampy trailer that was down there, I don't see myself buying that either. just because we already have a trailer that can hold 32,000 kilograms. So having two trailers that can do the same thing, I can only haul one at a time. So right now I don't see the benefit of buying another one, other than maybe I could use it as a storage, like a silo if I wanted to. I mean, I could do that, but yeah, why spend the cash on it just to use as a quote-unquote silo? So basically what we'll be buying is, well, the seed drill that you see here for the beets. Of course, the harvester for the beets, going to need that. And of course, I will buy the planter for the potatoes and the harvester for the potatoes. And the other Amazon, is it a D9 600? Oh, I forgot what it's called. I think it's a D9 600. That's the other planter I was just talking about. That's about 40% wider than the one that we currently have. Yeah, we're going to finish this field, I don't want to say no time flat, but you know, you get used to the drill that we had before. It definitely would take me a while to finish this field alone. Now, the one thing I had in consideration, like I also showed in the DLC video, was crop damage. So driving over it did not seem to hurt the crops at all. So I found that kind of interesting. So many new things here are going to happen on the farm. Like I said, we got to buy the equipment. I'm going to try to see what a good price is, what a bad price is. We don't need the harvester for at least a couple months, so just have to keep our eye on the price. Yeah, I know I got tons of money, it's not the thing. But I would like, you know, why spend more on the machine than you need to? So, yeah, definitely going to be planting a lot of beets and potatoes now for the summer harvest, I guess we can call it. I don't want to go too much on them. Probably do maybe 2 to 3 fields a piece on beets and potatoes. And then, of course, I will plant something maybe like lupine or maybe some peas with a D9 600 Amazon. We'll plant some fields for that. And we'll have a summer harvest because our goal is to get to $10 million by the end of the season. Oh, I probably should have went down into my pantry to see how many duck and geese eggs that we had, because my wife will be collecting them and I want to see if she's actually collecting those eggs now. But this is making it much, much easier to plant in a field. Get the work done a little bit quicker. I wish they would have clarified a little bit more on the CX tractor for the improvements, where they made it a little bit more powerful and a little bit more faster. Yeah, I mean, how much horsepower did they add? Because it's going to be hard for me. I don't remember how much horsepower I had before. So if anyone does know what the horsepower went from, what was the horsepower before to what it is now, I might be able to see when I walk up to the tractor. I kind of forgot. When you walk up to the tractor, does it say how much horsepower it has? Because I forgot how much horsepower this has. So our first field of beets are going in. Like I said, probably when it comes time for harvest, this field here will yield more beets than I could store. So I'm going to have to wait for a good pricing day for beets. I can see myself making a lot of trips up to the marketplace, the agricultural market, is it called? I mean, you think I would know this after a while, but I haven't played Farmers Dynasty as much as we darn used to, that's for sure. I still would like to see another agricultural market to sell at, just to give us you know, a pricing war or what have you. So it could be a bad pricing day at one side or another. Because really we don't go to the east side of the map as much, just because it takes too much time going back and forth during the day. So I mean, if I was harvesting over there, that's a long drive back and forth just to sell or put into a silo. That's why we let the workers do most of the work. That's why we work mostly around the farm. See, how are we doing here? 83% beets. And how much are we going through on... Yeah, so I am going through a lot of seed. I'm almost halfway through what we started with. Now, if you don't want to plant and harvest, of course, as long as you have the DLC, you can always hire a worker to plant and harvest the crops, and you don't have to buy all the equipment. Because in the DLC video, I did have a worker plant the beets and the potatoes for us. Now the other fields I got over there, those have been sprayed with cow slurry, so I'm going to go over there and spray those with fertilizer myself. Because I don't think you can hire a worker just to spread fertilizer. You can only hire a worker to spread Fert-X. I think that's the way it works. I don't quite remember, but I think that's the way it should be. But after we get done working here, I definitely want to make sure that we got workers going. I know I got some going because we can keep seeing the money go up, but I want to make sure I got 4 workers going at once. And then eventually, once the workers get done harvesting, on the fields farthest away, we'll have them start plowing, cultivating, and all that good stuff. So, going to be spending a lot of money on workers, and yeah, we're going to try to help them out as well. But the potato / beet DLC was nice to get. But the machine pack is also nice to get, just because it gives you more variety of machines that you can purchase or go for. Oh, and I kind of forgot. I got to go down and get the... what's that tractor called? It should be down there by where Rex is, honestly. So let me go ahead and fold this up. And head on back to the farm. We'll go ahead and drop this off. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, do I still have... Oh, I'm down to 1 worker. Okay, I'm down to 2 workers, actually. Let's get Lakeside worked on. This one needs to be harvested, so harvest and sell. Yep, I can see the old tractor sitting right there. Yeah, we got the, I don't want to say John Deere, but we got that tractor sitting up in Redberry, up by Rose, where the September Festival happens. Madison. I was like, who the heck's on my dock fishing? I don't know if that's actually my dock, but I guess we can call it my dock because it's by our farm. There is our cultivator, but we're going to go up here and put this drill on down. You can see I usually park the plow here, though. Drop that off. And let's go ahead and hook up the fertilizer spreader to this. And that should be empty, which it is. Alright. So we got 1 worker down here at Lakeside. Can we get another worker down here? That field's been harvested. Okay. This field has been not harvested, so harvest and sell for $661. We will do that, and we still have that worker there. Looks like that worker is leaving. I did not check. Do I have fertilizer? That is the question. If not, I'll have to go buy some. And fertilizer in stock. Yes, we do. Fill with fertilizer, not for X. 3,000 liters. That's almost all of what we had. Alright, and I don't want to waste any time. Yep, we're done in new fields. Should be. Let me just double check. Harvested. Harvested. Yep. Just making sure. All the way around. Harvested everywhere. Alright, so we're harvesting this field. That field's been harvested. He is harvesting that field, and this one is ready for harvest. So let's go ahead. Almost $1,400 to harvest that field. Got to make your workers work, or else nothing's going to get done, right? Actually, has this field been plowed and cultivated? Might as well start right here. Yes, I don't have cow slurry on this one yet. You know what? I'm going to bypass this field for now, because I can always get someone to spray that with Ferdex. I probably won't, because we got tons of cow slurry to get rid of. It's free fertilizer, may as well use it. But we got a whole bunch of fields down here that have been sprayed with slurry. Well, not a whole bunch. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 fields that have been sprayed with cow slurry. Try to give myself as much of a view as I can, because this stuff will spread pretty far. Just to make sure, yeah, it has not been put any fertilizer down. Let's turn that on. I think this is the machinery that, yeah, the camera still does a little clippy action once in a while. So I cannot help with that. So they didn't address that. It's a little annoying, but I got to be at this far back so I can see where the heck I'm spraying or spreading. Like I said, as long as I get about 98% of the field here, we're good. I'm not going to be too picky about it. FV tractors does not want to turn. And after I get this field done, we will jump up to the CX tractor just to see if I can see the difference in the power and the speed in that thing. Because I was really kind of disappointed with that tractor, honestly, when I bought it. It looks like it should be more beefier than what it actually is, so hopefully it's improved quite a bit. I should be turning off my spreader when I do that, but yeah, we'll leave it on because I'm rich. We'll turn it off there though and get this last little strip. And the camera flickering is annoying, but there we go. So how did I do? 99%. Well, can I get it to be 100%? I'm pretty sure we can. Yeah, I missed a big chunk right here. Will that do it? Still at 99%. I'm going to call that good. I don't want to waste fertilizer trying to get that last 1%. Alright, so with that going on, that tractor actually should be right up here. Yeah, so this says custom CX tractor type tractor. So I cannot see the horsepower in this thing. They said increase the speed of it, which I don't know. Oh yeah, they did. For sure. I think it was 39 was the fastest I can go in it before. Let's get on an open road here. So 43 by me driving. If I put on cruise does go down to 36. So it is much faster. As for the horsepower, I do not know how well it is compared to what it used to be. I think the only way you would be able to know if I went to the store and sold it. And then when I go up to buy it, it'll give you the specs of it. But the problem is I don't remember what the specs were beforehand at all. Because I bought that, oh wow, ages ago. I think I got that when the beta, I got access to the beta test for this version when it was out there. So yeah, I don't even remember even when that was. There's our combine sitting next to one of our canola fields, but we may not be harvesting that much anymore because we got plenty of fields to turn over, and we're doing rather well. To wrap up the episode, let's hop into this wonderful little thing and get this back technically on our farm. I don't know the specs of this. So if you're just buying Farmer's Dynasty from scratch, I guess you would just get this tractor. I guess it'll just be on the farm. So in a sense, we got the original tractor with Oliver, right? I think that's where we get the original tractor from. So really, when you get here on the farm, this tractor is just going to be sitting there if you have the new DLC. We'll park it right there because we can. And I do not want to touch that thing at all. I don't want to repaint it or anything like that. I think it looks really, really good just the way it is. Looks perfect the way it is. Okay, 1, 2, 3 workers, and the 4th worker was down here. He is done working. Yep. All right, you know what? Let's go over this field's got to get done as well. They all need to get done. And harvest and sell for $3.94. I think what I need to do now is if we get to a day where the price is not good for canola, I think we got enough fields that are open where I can start hiring workers to plow and cultivate those far fields as well. No, I want to be in here. Farm stats. It says eggs to collect 10. Or excuse me, 20. I'm looking at Geese's own eggs to collect 20. Did she not collect the eggs for the geese and ducks? I have no idea. Ready for harvest. We've still got 20 fields left to go on canola. It's quite a bit. It is quite a bit. I think we can get to 7.5 million from the spring harvest. That should not be a problem, but getting to 8 million, ooh, that might be a stretch. And even by the time I do get to 8 million, we're going to spend probably $250,000 worth. All right, so it doesn't show the eggs here. Can you close that door? Yeah, my pigeons are up there. It did say eggs to collect, right? Eggs to collect 20. She always collected these unless it's a new bug in a way. No, I don't know. Don't know what is up with that at all. But not too bad of a day. Where's my wife? Oh, she's over here so we can have a chat with her. We bought a new seed planter. We got some beets planted.
Hi, Sugar.
Good evening, darling.
But we're still bringing in the cash. Let's see how she is.
Nice to see you, love. How are you?
Any chance you're pregnant yet?
I'm perfect, darling. Thank you.
That means no, she is not pregnant. I don't need to give her a compliment or anything, and that's pretty much all I need to do right now because she does love me because I am a great guy and I have $7 million in the bank account. So, yeah, doing pretty darn good here. I'm a little disappointed that I can't get the flowers more around the beehives, but that's fine. Yeah, like I said, these do hold 120,000 kilograms each. But from what I saw, and if you didn't watch the DLC video that I did, this field right here, which is only 0.96 hectares, is it? Yes, 0.96 hectares. From my calculation, and that was before I put another stage of fertilization on it, that was only 100% fertilized, not 200%. I was getting enough crop off that field, and that was beets as well, to where we would fill this silo storage area no problem. No problem whatsoever. So I don't know how much we'll use it. I think I'll maybe dump it in there when we are harvesting just to see how it works and how it goes. But as for, getting 3 fields done and then storing it all in here, it's not going to work. It is not going to work at all. And our bees are doing a wonderful job, I do believe. So yeah, you cannot put your crops, root crops in a silo. So I have to keep that in mind. But overall, not too bad of a day. My day is not... What time is it? Oh, it's only 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm probably going to go back over and get... I got... where are we here now that I zoomed in? So yeah, I got this field right here. You can see 100% fertilized. Same thing here. Same thing here. So I got 3 more fields of fertilizer. It's not going to take me too long. And I'm just going to keep an eye on my workers and let them sell what they have to sell. Like I said, we got 20 fields left to harvest. And then I can throw them all into the fields to plow and cultivate the same fields that they harvested. We're pretty much going to be doing the same. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. Just get a better view. I appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you next time right here on The Day on the Farm. But until then, have a good one.